Well, here we are again. Hi, Doc Martin. We're live here at the Zero Channel doing a little book review. It's the adult side of kraztv.com. It's called today's other book is called The Price of Greatness. Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and the Creation of American Oligarchy by Jay Cost. He's holds a PhD in political science from the University of Chicago. He's a contributing editor for Weekly Standard, columnist for the Pittsburgh Post Gazette and National Review. So he's a young scholar, and I accolades to him. Well, I guess they called Hamilton. He was a camp aide de camp, but he was the Treasury Secretary in the first couple presidencies. He wanted to start a national bank system because after the Revolutionary War, there were all state banks, and everything was discombobulated. So they wanted to consolidate the debt and get everybody paid up and stuff. So they wanted to start banks, and it was going to be actually a bigger bank, but more control. So him and James Madison were pals for a while. Then in the end, they backed off. He was called a Federalist, him and Jefferson. And so, and then, of course, there was Adams and Washington before that. But anyway, they got dragged into it. And finally, of course, you know the rest about Alexander Hamilton. He was killed by the vice president under Jefferson of Aaron Burr. So, but it's really about how the oligarchy and the republic. So here's a little one quote was saying, which sounds pretty much right. It's a good opinion, if anything. It says, citizens in a republic are free because they are governed by laws that they themselves had a hand in making, and not by the whims of an arbitrary sovereign. Typically, republics are thought to be unstable, easily corrupted from the proper form into a tyranny, misruled by a king, oligarchy, misruled by the rich, and autocracy, misruled by the mob. So, autocracy, and oligarchy. So, I guess the oligarchy turned out to be the more powerful in the end. But it's a great book. It's very informative. It's a narrow wedged thing, but it was very important to learn because, I think the same parallels apply today in the way banking and governance is done. And it was for a more stable nation, but it did invoke more powers to the federal government. So anyway, this is Doc Martin getting this book from the Tucson Pima County Public Library here in Tucson. So read and get books from your library, no matter where they're at. Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and the Creation of Oligarchy. That's right, The Price of Greatness by Jay Cost. Thank you for watching KRAZ TV. Go and visit at kraztv.com. If you can, support us and give us a donation over there also. We really would appreciate it. Thank you and goodbye. Keep reading. Oh.